everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back. We're doing a best of three Zendikar Rising draft. And what do we got here? We've got Kaza Royal Chaser as the rare. I don't think we want to first pick that. So we also have Shadow Stinger, good for rogues. Shatterskull Minotaur, good for party. Tangled Florahedron, good playable green spell land that ramps. Bubble Snare, good blue removal. I've heard most people hate green. I haven't really noticed that so much. I mean, you can definitely play Tangled Florahedron in any deck. That being said, I'm kind of also okay taking Bubble Snare. You can play that in any blue deck. And I think it's really between, for me, I think the Florahedron or the Bubble Snare. So we'll go with the removal here. See if that pans out. All right, follow-up pick. Well, on color, we've got the Umara Wizard, so I'm kind of okay taking that. Otherwise, we've got Rabid Bite in green. Nahiri's Binding in white. I mean, for me, it just makes sense to take the Umara Wizard. It's a good card. I don't think there's any reason to not take it here. Spell land that also gives you a pretty reasonable body. Umara Wizard can win the game. Flies over top, gets in for 4 points of damage. It's pretty good. So we'll follow up with the blue card. All right, now in blue, we just have Glacial Grasp. In white, we have Journey to Oblivion. Black would be more of moving into a rogue color scheme. It might make more sense to go blue-white and take the Journey to Oblivion, especially given that blue-white is usually a party-oriented deck. Or we could just take the blue card, but it's not the best card here by a long shot. Glacial Grasp was pretty good, though. It's also mostly for rogues. It was certainly made for rogues with the milling aspect. Okay, taking a Journey here. It does deal with everything, which is nice. So we could take a Shepherd of Heroes now. The two blue cards are more for kicker decks. Otherwise, we have Blood Priest for party decks, Sky Dancer for rogues, Spellcraft for party, some random green cards. We'll take the Shepherd. It's a good party card. All right, now there's plenty of blue picks here and white picks, which is good because those are the two colors we're in. Paired Tactician kind of made for warriors. Prowling Felidar probably not at its best in a deck that would like to utilize party, but we could just take it as a rando beater. Field Research, Divination. I mean, I'd rather just take a Salundi Vision since it's a spell land. I'm okay taking Salundi Vision. Currently, it actually doesn't find anything, which makes it quite a bit worse, but otherwise, I feel like if I take Paired Tactician, kind of need other warriors to make that card better. We'll just take the spell land, cut some more blue. So plenty of white here. I mean, I guess the party deck would want the healer because it's got vigilance and can potentially get lifelink over the protector and the McKindy Ox, so I'm okay with that. We've got Moss Pit Skeleton here. But we're seeing plenty of white picks flowing for now, so we can take that. Okay. Kitesail Cleric flies and can tap things, which is pretty good, so I'd probably just take that over a healer. A couple more blue picks in here, but yeah, we'll take the Cleric. Okay, I like Adept quite a bit. Gives us a wizard, which is good. And I found it to be pretty nice body for 3 mana. Otherwise, there's Cliffhaven Sellsword, which I think is less good. I do think the upside of Adept is quite good. even though your opponent draws 2. Well, we temporarily lost our connection, so we had to take a Skulker. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Now we'll just take the blue card. We'll take a Grasp now, I think, over the Unity. They're both... I feel like Grasp is slightly better. We're just going to keep taking blue cards for now. Seer is actually playable in here. And a McKindy Ox. Alright, well, at least we're getting on-color stuff. That's good. Spoils of Adventure is a good reason to be in blue-white party. Otherwise, Tazim Royal Mage is obviously pretty good. Relic Vial is actually pretty good in here, too. We already have a few Clerics. This card can win the game. But I don't know if either one would wheel. I mean, honestly, maybe the... I don't know. They're both probably equally likely to wheel, to be honest. Even though this is colorless, you have to have Clerics to take advantage of it. Whereas Spoils of Adventure is multicolor, but if anybody was in those colors, they'd want it. I think we'll go with the Spoils. All right, Trap Finder is actually a pretty good pick for this deck, since we have a full party plan that we want to do. So we'll take that. Makes sense. I mean, it's really good if you... It's insane if you have full party. So this is definitely the right deck for it. So Wind Robber would give us a rogue that mills. We are currently a little bit rogue light, other than the Trap Finder. We have Wizard, Cleric. I guess we're short on Warrior still too, aren't we? I'm kind of okay taking the Buying Veil, getting another utility spell land. I'm kind of not blown away by this outside of Rogue deck. It's okay. Certainly good if you get 8 cards in your opponent's library, or graveyard rather. But I think for now we'll take the Buying Veil. All right, Master of Winds is a huge pickup. Really nice pickup. Great card. Otherwise, there's another Farsight Adept. More likely to wield a Cascade Seer, but that's okay. So currently, removal-wise, we've got Bubble Snare. We probably don't need the Shell Shield, or won't need it. And we have a Journey to Oblivion and a Glacial Grasp. So we have a little bit of removal. Smite too, but that's more of a sideboard card. Well, we can take Nahiri's Binding here. Practice Tactics is at its best in a party deck too. I'm okay taking the Binding though. It deals with everything. Tactics you can find off of Salundi Vision, but it requires you to have... I mean, it is nice that it's 1 mana too, but they also get to attack or block first, whereas this just deals with it. Yeah, we'll go with the Binding. I think we're probably a little bit creature light, but hopefully we can figure that out. Rune Crab. Well, Rune Crab just wins games, so we probably take it. Otherwise, I would take like a... maybe Diviner because it flies and we have plenty of wizards. But yeah, Rune Crab just sort of wins games and can block, so... It also is just a massive target. It's kind of an unfair card. They want to kill it. You don't really care when they do. Could take another Bubble Snare here. I think Sajiri Shelter is one of those cards that's just tough to pass ever. Like, I want a Bubble Snare too, but Shelter is just so good. 2 mana, counterspell your removal. It's a spell land. Can let your attackers get by. All right, now we're definitely taking Tactics, and it's good for us. So we do need some more creatures. Hopefully we can figure that out at some point here. All the Glacial Grasps. Well, I mean, I suppose we have Wizards now, but there's no way I'm playing 3 Glacial Grasps, right? Well, maybe, who knows. Disenchant for sideboard seems valuable. There's also a Negate, I guess, which would be decent for sideboard. I'm glad we're getting... I mean, we're definitely in the right colors. I don't know which one of these is weaker. So Diviner flies, and we do need creatures. I want that into the Royal, but we need 6 creatures, and we have to find. I think we just take Diviner. Like I said, we have plenty of wizards, and it flies, and it's good. I don't want to have to play the Ox, actually, because it doesn't have a class. We don't have any warriors, though, which is going to make this Trap Finder not good enough. So we do need some warriors or pack beasts in here if we can find them. Celebrant's pretty cool. There's Tazim Royal Mage, too, which can find stuff. We have some evasion, though, which I think maybe makes the... might actually make this Celebrant better, because we have the Wizard, Shepherd, Master of Winds, and Diviner, and Nimble Trap Finder, technically, to fly over top. Yeah, you know what? We probably take Celebrant to buy some time on the ground while we fly over top and win. Attended Healer is pretty cool, actually. I mean, it's just synergy, pure synergy with Core Celebrant. Seagate Banneret would be good here, too. We do want a warrior. But if we don't get full party plan with Trap Finder, it's not the end of the world. And maybe we wield a Banneret or find a warrior later. For now, I'm perfectly content taking the... Wow, well, there's a warrior. Yeah, we'll take the Legion Vial. Another Relic Vial in here, too. Did I say Legion Vial? Legion Angel. And there's a Relic Vial in here, too, which I want, but... Alright, we'll take another Tactics. I feel like most of the time it's probably going to deal 2, and then sometimes we can get 4 damage. That's probably going to be the extent of what it is. Well, that's kind of cool. We can take Seagate Restoration. Just not even giving up anything for it. It's nice. So we're up to 12 creatures, which is still pretty light. Could take the Squid here. It's not exactly what a party deck wants, whereas Skyclave Plunder... We can play less creatures if we have a lot of card draw, I think. Oh, here. Okay. So we could take another Expedition Healer. The Royal Mage can get back Tactics, though. That's pretty amazing, because Tactics is like a really hard removal spell for us, so I think we'll take that. Got the Adept. All right, well, we got enough creatures. We got a good-looking deck now, I think. Take another Healer. Well, Outrider, I suppose, makes sense, and it's another Warrior. So now we at least have a full party plan, which is good. We only got 1 Farsight Adept? I thought we got 2 of them. Am I crazy? I must have lost some picks along the way and didn't realize it, but I could have sworn I took a Farsight Adept early. I definitely did. I don't know what happened. I lost some cards, but thankfully our deck still looks good. Yeah. All right. Let's figure this out. So we can count Seagate Restoration as a land, Umara Wizard. I guess technically we can count as a land. So Lund Division definitely count as a land. Same with the Buying Veil. And yeah, even Sejiri Shelter in this deck we can count as a land. Where'd you go? Come here. So we got 5 spell lands. That's pretty good. So we already have 5 lands, 11, 16. I'm kind of okay doing 18 in this deck because we have quite a bit of card draw. I don't know if we need double Glacial Grasp either. Those kind of seem like the easiest cards to cut. Like 2 of these down, and we've got, what, 18 lands? Yeah, we've got 18 lands. We still have 15 creatures. We have removal. We've got the 2 Tactics. We've got a Bubble Snare. We've got Binding. A lot of 4 drops, but we're running 18 lands, so it's probably okay. I wish we were doing a little bit more early, but that's okay. Yeah, I think this is it. Color-wise, dead even. All right, well, how many double colors do we have? I guess Seagate Restoration's triple blue, but counting it as a land, like I said. We have double in both colors, so we're just going to do an even split. This would be 9, and then 9 if we get 5 blue in here. All right, cool. Well, blue-white party. Looks fine to me. Nothing crazy, but certainly a satisfactory deck here. So let's see what we can do with it. We'll see you round 1. All right, we're in round 1. We can keep this. We don't have our second white source for some stuff yet, but this hand seems fine to me. All right, there's our second white mana. So we don't need to do Buying Veil yet, especially given that we've got a Tajuru Blightblade out there. Should be a nice thing to turn off with Buying Veil. Go Gary counters. They had to play a Hagra Mauling there too, huh? Ooh, Rune Crab. Well, yeah, you do kind of want to get that crab going as soon as possible, huh? All right. Not making the best use of mana here, but that's all right. I could have, once again, I could have played the Buying Veil there, but like I said, I think Buying Veil might actually be kind of useful as a, especially since I think they're going to want to use a Rabid Bite here to get rid of the crab, which is fine. We don't need the crab. It's there to take out our opponent's removal. Oh, 3-color, huh? All right, let's do the Adept here. And if we don't get the land, we'll play the Buying Veil. All right, we did get the land, so we can play it. Mill for another 3. And then pass. They're really going all in there, huh? So we got our 5th land, which I think means we just play land and Legion Angel. Well, that's bad against spot removal. I mean, the safest way to play it is just Nahiri's Binding. Yeah. It's not the best use of mana, but I feel like we've got a little bit of inevitability right now with the Ruin Crab, so kind of okay doing this. We keep our Adept. It's not a Cleric. They can make Tabaraks bigger, but it's bound right now. Guess I maybe should have done the Binding post-combat if it changed their decision on blocking there. But it seemed like a pretty easy block, especially given that they kept it back. Right, Journey's cool. We're going to do... I guess we can attack first here. We'll do the Legion Angel first. Not the best use of mana, but more damage. And Shepherd of Heroes can gain us more life. which is relevant given that we're at 13 right now. Unfortunately, Taborax can still Rabid Bite something. It's a lot of Reclaim Waste. Well, Shelter's a good draw. We're going to definitely hold on to that. All right. Well, I'm going to play the Shepherd, gain some life, and get another big flyer. And now our journey is only... well, I guess I can play the Shelter because it mills my opponent. And then I still have, like, Journey and Practice Tactics. So I still have 2 removal spells. Just got, like, a fleet of flyers. We can't use Shelter to protect anyway, and it doesn't seem like we'll be able to use it for a couple turns because we're likely going to be playing Cascade Seer and whatever else. Alright, we can take 6. It's got hexproof. Alright. Trap Finder's cool. I think that's full party too. Wow. That's cool. 4, 7, 10. So we don't have lethal yet. So I guess we'll just draw 2 here. They can chump. Because I think I'm going to probably play this Seer too. After we draw some cards, of course. Seagate Restoration. There's a good one. So we can do the Celebrant to gain some life. It's not the best use of mana, but life gain seems good. And honestly, we can probably just chump block. We can see more cards in their deck too. And pass. So we're gonna block the Cragplate or Baloth. Suppose we don't have to, if they concede. So let's see what they got here. Kind of a bizarre looking build. What's the purpose of the red? They're running red for Valakut Exploration and a Molten Blast. It's kind of weird. They've got some fatties in here. They've got a lot of Reclaim the Wastes to fix. Some spell lands. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with their deck. Doesn't look like it's got much synergy going on. So we have Disenchant. We have Smite the Monstrous. But I feel like the removal we already have is pretty good against what they've got. Yeah. I think our removal deals with everything except the hex plating dude. Hex proofing dude, whatever his name is. Cragplate Baloth. Yeah, other than that, I think we're looking good. Nothing for Disenchant, right? Just Valakut Exploration. Probably don't care enough about that one card to do that. And Smite I could do. It deals with a kicked Gnarlid Colony, Kazandu Stomper, Turn Timber Ascetic. You know what? That's actually a reasonable amount of targets. Maybe Smite is okay. But I feel like we've got the tactics that deals with that stuff. Even Grasp might be better just because it has more targets and it draws. Alright, I think we have enough. We've got enough tools to beat them where we don't have to bring in Smite. Yeah, Sand is perfectly fine. We'll do the turn 1 Cleric, I think. Just get a little flyer. Ooh, nobody expects the kite sail. Well, yeah, now I guess we do crab. A turn 1 crab can do a lot. We'll still play the cleric, just get a random flyer out there. Well, we milled 2 of their green lands. Maybe that's good. They're gonna subtle strike? Is that what they're thinking about? Cinderclasm. I think I'm okay with that. Cinderclasm would have been a lot scarier against my Master of Winds. So we'll do... Adept actually probably helps them more here, but that's okay. I'm going to still play it. It makes our spoils cheaper. And it probably, hopefully digs for a blue land that we want here. Alright, Glacial Grasp is fine too. Sky Dancer. Well, those weren't blue lands, so that's probably okay. No green from them yet. That's good. Another Tabrax. All right. So I think we'll just grasp Sky Dancer, and then we can practice tactics Tabrax. It seems good to me. Nope, they found their green. Okay. So they can kill our Farsight Adept in response, and then their Tabrax lives. It looks like they did not have anything there. Alright, I think we'll just drop a Shepherd here. Do we attack first? I suppose so. Like, if they kill it, we won't gain as much life, but I'd rather them kill that than my Shepherd anyway, so... Tactics is good. I think we're just gonna draw first, though. Alright, that turned out okay. We didn't... Still having a hard time finding that second blue, but that's okay. So we'll... Especially while they're tapped out, I'll just kill that. Which is fine. Royal Mage can get back Spoils of Adventure, which actually seems kind of good because life-wise we're in pretty good shape. Yeah, I think we're just gonna kick the Royal Mage and get back spoils. Somehow our Ruined Crab has taken them down to 4 cards left in their deck. You don't even pay close attention to it, and next thing you know, their entire deck is gone. Alright, we'll see for round 2. Alright, round 2, we'll play first. Yeah, I guess it's a keep. Practice Tactics doesn't do much without creatures, but we do have a Nahiri's Binding in here. I don't know, it seems like a reasonable keep. We're not exactly an aggro deck either, which is nice. Like, we've got plenty of means to win in the mid to late game. We'll just try and save ourselves some damage here. I guess we still go Diviner. Like, I see the argument to play the Outrider because it can block the Vanguard, but to me it makes more sense because I'm going to be able to deal 5 back here, which I think is better. Well, now I've got to deal with that little fella. Yeah, I guess we get in for 3. They can crack back for 3, but then I can play Outrider. And... Well, we got another land there, so... With the Outrider, I can deal 4 with Practice Tactics. I might just need to do 2 for 1. So... I think that means we play land, Outrider, comes Diviner, get in for 5, pass. We're going to block Veteran Adventure plus do Tactics. I mean, I do have Spoils of Adventure. Yeah, they got us. So if I do it pre-combat, they can fight. If I do it... They could have done that either way. So I could have also not blocked, taken 5. I really don't know if that would have been better, though. I mean, in hindsight, I guess it looks a little bit better, but... not really that good. Like, I take 5, I go to 8. I still have to deal with Veteran Adventure somehow. They still have removal with Veteran Adventure, so I don't think it pans out that well for me either way. the master here. Guess we can discard a land. So go adept first here. I guess we're dead. If I'd played spoils, could I have lived? Let's see. I would have had to just tap out. I don't think I would have lived. I don't believe that I would have lived. Seems like a winnable match. We had a bit of a slow start. Basically the turning point was the practice tactics calling the ambush play. Smite does look pretty good, I guess. Champion and 2 veteran adventurers. So we could do that. And maybe cut the grasp. Adding another 4-drop, not the coolest thing I've ever done. Anything else? Do I want to cut plunder maybe? Maybe I don't have time to do that. Although another smite, there are targets it can't hit too. Do I want the grasps? I do have 3 of them. They can buy some time. They draw a card. Maybe I cut the plunder and get a grasp just so we're a little bit quicker. We still have plenty of card advantage. All right. I'm okay with that. So we'll play first. Yeah, we can keep this. It's actually fine. Guess we'll go restoration first. And if we don't rip a land next turn, we'll have to do the wizard too, so we can get that adept guaranteed. Bubble Snare is still actually playable against the veteran adventurer. You just got to make sure you kick it. All right, let's do the adept. Got the 4th land. Don't have a 2nd white. I don't think it matters though. All right, Core Celebrant's cool. We can do that. Attended Healer makes better use of mana though, so I think we'll do that first. So they can play a warrior and get in with the champion. Oh. That's cool. Let's guess we'll attack first. I don't care if they don't block or they do, whatever. Getting the damage in's nice. Now we can do Celebrant and spit out some 1/1s. If they play a veteran adventure, we'll just snap block it. So that's actually a good draw. I think we'll do this first because we want to hit our lands. There we go. Alright, so now we can hit our 2nd white. We can have practice tactics up. Makes good use of mana, gets a body off the board, makes their Veteran Adventurer cost more mana. That's fine. Vanguard, sure. Alright. I suppose we can save 4 points of damage here. So Outrider's good. We've got 6 lands. So how do we want to go about doing this? Probably Diviner first. So I can do Diviner plus Cleric. Let's just get a couple flyers out there. I don't see why not. I think the race plan is gonna work well for us. We're not going to really use those 1/1s, so I'm okay saving damage for now. Alright. So we've got Master of Winds, and we have Bubble Snare. Yeah, if we Bubble Snare the Adventurer, we can bash in for 7 here. Having them. Or I can do Outrider. Got some options. Can also do Outrider, pump the Adept. Not sure what I like the most. I think I'm just gonna Bubble Snare this. We can do more of a surprise. Surprise Outrider anyway, which might be better. That's fine. It's a weird choice. Do I want to get rid of the Vanguard? Sort of. Legion Angel's good. So I've got Cleric Wizard right now, Warrior, so I could pump for 3. Probably makes more sense to get a bigger dude online. So I think I'm just going to play the Vision, because then we can possibly make a double play soon. So we'll get in with the Cleric. We're going to play Legion Angel. Play the Selendi Vision. And this way, if I rip a land, we can actually go Master of Winds plus Outrider. I mean, right now, Outrider is just lethal anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. All right. So they're definitely playing aggro. Royal Eruptions, cheap warriors, veteran adventurers as like finishers. Grasp kind of feels like it might be too slow, but I think the Skyclay Plunder is definitely too slow. Basically, we're a little bit slow regardless. Maybe I just want the 2 smites. Like, I need something more permanent to deal with 2 veteran adventurers. I didn't mean to click done there. I was going to look more, but they have plenty of 4-power creatures where I feel like if I kill them, it's going to be much harder for them to kill us. I'm going to have to keep this hand, albeit it's a bit slow. But be hard pressed to mulligan a hand like that. Well, no play there is good news, especially given that we just ripped a 5-drop into a 6-drop. All right. Shelter, not bad. Don't need to play it yet. So we'll eat Royal Eruption number 1 is my assumption here. Or Rabid Bite. 2 cards left in their hand. Okay. So, yeah, we just do the Shepherd here. Sure. So now the play is Bubble Snare. And pass. So we'll give Pro Red. So you can't target it. We'll block 3-power guy. And then we'll practice tactics the Vanguard, I think. Kind of want to do the sneaking guide too, but we'll do the Vanguard. Oh, another one. Well, that's cool. Let's do Adventure first. And with Royal Mage, we can, and they might attack with, they probably attack with the sneaking guide too, so this is probably okay. So I think that I actually have the mana to go healer plus give lifelink, which is pretty good. Yeah. Play a cleric. All right. So we've got, I guess, enough to just give lifelink here. Probably give lifelink here. Get in. Gain 4, spit out a thing. Probably play a crab, I guess. Could play, maybe playing the Royal Mage there would have been smarter. I was still thinking I might need to get back practice tactics, but maybe not. We don't really care about the Ruined Crab in this spot, so. All right. Guess we'd play the Royal Mage. And we'll get back. Probably this Shelter, actually. Because this way our Shepherd can kill without any worries. Killing themselves with it. Alright. Sounds good. We'll see you for the finals. Well, we're on the draw. We don't have any white mana, but we can play, I guess, to Seem Royal Mage until we find white mana. We'd probably keep it. It's a wee bit dangerous. Kind of okay playing the Cleric here as a blocker. We take 1 extra damage from Fireblade Charger. I can live with that. Champion. Royal Mage, I guess, doesn't do that much here, but I'm still gonna play it. Alright, well, play a Diviner and pass. Just got all wizards at the moment. So Glacial Grasp. All right. So the plan is play the wizard. We Glacial Grasp one, block, and do practice tactics on another. I guess so. All right. So we can go Seer here instead of the Angel, because the Angel is more of a bigger threat if it lives. That's a good draw. So we'll go Celebrant. Plus Legion Angel. Keeps us alive for now. Or not. Got had by the classic main deck Smite the Monstrous. The classic. So basically just lost to a bunch of Expedition champions, is that right? Nothing else? Yeah, that's about it. Just Expedition champion into Expedition champion into Expedition champion. All right. Well, maybe just bring in the Smites, take out the Plunder again. Maybe take out the Grasp. When in doubt, up your curve. I don't think so. I don't think that's the rule of thumb. But in this case, it's what we're doing. And then Disenchant, but we only saw the Journey. It's not worth it for one card, I don't think. I suppose that's it. Play first. Yeah, we can keep that. Well, guess I'm glad I got rid of the Sajiri Shelter. It's pretty good against Smite plan. I'll play the Buying Veil here. War Leader. I think we'll just go land, Kabira Outrider. I think if they attack into it, I actually take it. Just because, I mean, they might just kill the Outrider and attack anyway, so it doesn't matter, but we'll see. That's cool. All right, we'll offer it. If they have the combat trick, we'll let them do it. And then we can just smite. Making good progress on the deck there, I suppose. Nobody expects the lithoform engine, huh? I suppose we can shelter here. Well, at least our smite looks good. They have a ton of 4-power creatures in there. All the champions and Scorch Riders. Question is, do I even want to play Salinity Vision? Not sure. I want to Bubble Snare that's for sure. They forgot to equip oh, they didn't have the red mana to equip it. Wow. So we can Salinity Vision. I guess we can. Let's look. Tactics. I don't know why they concede it. I guess they didn't want me to see any more of their deck. So Lithoform Engine and Journey could be enough justification to bring in... Lithoform Engine's just out of place in their deck, to be honest, but it gives them some later game survivability. Definitely happy we have the Smites now, because I think they're going to be good against... I mean, we have to pay a lot for it, but when it comes to Scorch Riders, at least they have to pay the same amount. Tactics is going to be a little bit tougher to get going, but it's still just really important, I think. Basically, all their stuff has 3 toughness, I think is the problem. Except their Fireblade Charger, which you really don't even want to use tactics on anyway. I mean, the question is, do we have enough creature diversity to ever really hope to make tactics good? And it's a tough question. I'm not sure. And do I really want to bring in Disenchant? I kind of don't. I feel like they have strong cards for it, but we need to just... I feel like if we can lock down their creatures, we can win before a Lithoform Engine gets online. Or if it gets to the point in the game where Lithoform Engine is online, I feel like we should be in better shape anyway. Just what I'm thinking. I admit, I don't love the tactics here, but I think we got to leave it. It's just the fact that it's 1 mana can do a lot for us. It's not good against Resolute Strike either, though, unfortunately. This is a keep. This is probably one of our better cards against them. Scavenge Blade on an empty board is kind of unexpected. I'm actually going to play the Umara Wizard. I just want to be able to go Celebrant into like Master or Diviner here. I think that's ultimately what we want. Get our life gain going. Alright, guess they are going for the Lithoform Engine plan. Let's go Diviner first. Well, actually, we'll go Master first because we draw the cards and more potential damage output. I guess we can get rid of... I mean, we have 3 lands in hand. Guess we can just get rid of the non-spell land. Doesn't really matter if we... Yeah, this is probably fine. Cascade Seer. Hmm. So I think we'll play the Vision. And we'll play the Seer. And we will actually turn the Master of Winds. If they have instant speed removal, that's okay. Like they can play, trying to think. Alright. So they do draw 2 and tap 2 here. Thankfully it doesn't actually kill anything we control, so that's good. And we got another body on the board. And we get to scry 2, which is nice. And we're gaining life, so we're kind of doing it all here. Guess I don't even want to smite now. Do I want a healer? Yeah, I would say a lifelinker's probably good against them. I think we're likely playing Diviner next turn anyway. We'll see. No plays. Well, kind of want to leave up Sajiri Shelter, but I think we're going to go spoils here, actually. Because if I can find... kind of wish they'd... Alright, that actually worked out, because now I can play this and get in. I could hold up Sajiri Shelter, but I think I'm actually going to play another creature. Alright, so I could have held up Shelter to protect it, but I don't know, I'm kind of okay with this. So now we just go... We have 4, 5, 6, so 7. We can go Bubble Snare Binding. And then get in again. So they're at 5, which means with Diviner we can keep up Shelter too, which is pretty good. So we'll go Diviner. Rune Crab. Land. And pass. We can take 12 here. And as long as we can keep our Diviner protected, I'd say we're in pretty good shape. Definitely an odd game. You don't see Lithoform too often in a... You don't see it too much in general because it's mythic, but you certainly don't see it too much in often in a hyper aggro deck here, so... Are they just gonna... Okay. You got a lot of 6/5s. They're tapped out, though. I think we actually just win. So we just give our Healer Pro Red, and that should do it. All right. Well, we ended up taking the draft. That's pretty cool. And it wasn't with a deck that I thought would do as well as it did, but yeah, Blue-White Party, we got some good tools for it, and it got there. So hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll see you for the next one.